Oh mate, Sunday long run. If you're wondering why I'm playing so hard, stick around. Let me explain exactly what I'm doing today and for what I've been doing this week. Don't you go anywhere. Hello guys, welcome back to Stevo Runs, channel created for like-minded people looking to become fitter, healthy people. If that sounds like you, hit the subscribe button below. Let's go on our running journeys together. Right, first things first, my camera says max video on it, so I got clear how this is going to record. Hopefully it's not zoomed right in my face, but I'm going with it because I can't change the settings because it looks through it enough yet. Okay, so I'm out on my Sunday long run. After another great week's running, everything's gone to plan perfectly this week. I'll quickly explain what I've been doing if you don't know already. So today's 10 miles to get me up to 30. Okay, I'm starting low, as you know, 25, 27.5, 30 this week. Gradual build up, ready for future races, being Race to the King and Brighton Marathon beforehand. So the reason I was out of breath on that first one is because I'm doing the 80-20 method. Okay, so I'm sure you all know what 80-20 is. Got my breath back a bit now. That means you're running 80% of your runs at a sort of really easy intensity. So I'm doing like 9-minute miles now, lovely and easy. 20% of it over the space of a week has to be fast effort. So for me, at 170 heart rate, 175 gets me right up there. So it's quite simple really. So for today's calculations, I've done 3 miles at fast intensity this week on one of my work runs. I'm doing 30 miles, so that means 10% is 3 miles, 20% is 6 miles. So today I have to do 3 miles to top it up to make it exactly 80-20, and that's doing time and distance on that one. Just by chance it felt lovely. So my plan today is 10 miles split into 3, and every third mile is going to be fast. So it's 3, 6, 9, 3 of them are fast. One of them is a recovery run home at the usual sort of low intensity, 80-20, done. So as I said, on every third mile, I've got to do the fast effort, and that's just coming up. And just by chance, both 2 miles I've done so far are the ones that go over the motorway bridges. So, perfect. Didn't judge that very well, but never mind. It's all good, as long as you're getting the heart rate up to where it needs to be. For me, 175, then we're rolling. Exactly what you need to do. Intensity is the key. Okay, my watch just burst. Time to pick up the pace. I won't bore you with this whole mile, just to show you what's needed for me to do 80-20 properly. I'll soon be out of breath to talk. Okay, 6-minute miles. I might have to slow down slightly, especially as this hill comes up. But I think I usually get between 6:30s, 6:37, something like that. This mile, hill dependent. And look at that. Doesn't look hilly. There's the motorway, damn it. Okay, heart's at 170, pace 6:51. I'm in the right area. Oh. Take me down the other side. Oh. That's a pretty bit of hill, if you couldn't tell. Okay. My heart rate 179, so slightly high if anything. It'll come down now nicely. Oh, okay, lovely. How was that? Oh, you see how hard it is? Oh, okay. The idea now is to get your heart rate back down to the levels below your threshold, your aerobic threshold. And then once you got that, crack back on with your run. It's really quite an enjoyable running method, to be fair. One that the lab workers told me is the holy grail. You've all probably know about it already, but it's worth giving it a try to see what the difference is for my up running races. See if I get fitter than I was before. See if my heart rate and my math pace gets faster. It's all one big sort of experiment for me. See what works best, and then whichever works best over the years, I'll probably stick with until I can hopefully call myself half decent runner. But I've got a long way to go. Every day's a learning day. Okay, so I realised that a lot of 80-20 method users would know that from the book, which I'm still sort of studying for the second time, but I've still got lots to learn from it, is that Steven Seiler would do, say, 1 session per week. So this is perfect. I'll do 5 sessions per week. So one of them needs to be hard. The trouble with just at the second, until I start getting the mileage a bit bigger, is my runs to work are only 4 miles. So I don't want to overdo the mileage. So I only got 3 out of that the other day with the warm-up, cool down at each end. So what I need to do is make it up on this sort of long run, which I know probably isn't the correct way, but I'm still getting it in regardless. It'll be 80-20. The bits in between are well slow like this, and the bits either side are fast, so it'll calculate up to the right numbers. When I start getting to higher mileage, I'm going to do one of my morning runs as a killer workout and do the rest as slow and calculate it easier that way. Another bridge, but I'm on my slow part, thank goodness. Okay, so I'm coming up to the last leg of this, if you will, and let's see how we get on towards the end of this run. Okay, well, I'm just on the slower parts of this run, really slow, which is quite nice. In other news, I've got a physio coming around tomorrow. He's the NHS physio, private. I do see John Stocker, obviously he's great for the massages. I've not really asked him too much about injuries, he gives me odd advice, but I think he might be more of a massage guy and advice guy than someone who's going to fix my injuries. He doesn't have many himself, but I should have asked him really. But anywho, I've got another ultra runner that comes round, but he's a professional physio that works at the NHS that's going to look at my mechanics, hopefully my gait, stuff like that. He'll be able to give me a lot of knowledge on the injuries that I have currently. If they're still there or not, I don't know. I don't feel them now, but they seem to pop up in like marathon races and longer distances. So you think you got rid of them and they're still there. And he knows all about this. He spoke to me on the phone and said, it's the classics. He knows how to get rid of his, and he'll know how to get rid of mine. So, big day for me tomorrow, seeing him, and get myself all in the right direction for these upcoming runs I've got next year that I need to be in tip-top shape for. I can't start feeling my knee after 20 miles of a 63-mile ultra. Otherwise, it's going to be a DNF on the first one, which I could probably expect, but the plan is to make it. And it's a challenge of a lifetime. The marathon was always my challenge of a lifetime, and I've got it 2 in this year. That's my next step that I just want to sort of challenge myself to now. So bring it on, let's get my legs fixed and get fit for these races. Okay, so as I've mentioned in previous videos, finding the easy way to run, or the easy intensity, I'm trying to do more by feel now rather than being a slave to the watch. So I check occasionally. So what I'm doing is making sure it feels extremely easy, although I get out of breath talking to the video constantly. There are ways, you know, just keeping your breathing really well regulated, no forced big breaths. You do the counting test, which is 121, 129, so 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129. Perfect. No big breath at the end. I know I'm in the right zone. So if you're ever unsure if you're running easy enough, try the talk test. There's various things you can say doing it, but I find counting the easiest one to remember. Just be honest with yourself. like I said so many times, if it feels like you're running too hard, you probably are. You just need to slow down. I'm doing 9:47s here. They vary. Sometimes I have a quick look and it's 8-minute miles. Sometimes I look, it's 10-minute miles. But I'm trying to do it purely by what feels right now, because you're on different hills, different, you know, gradients and different terrain. There's a lot of things that can change the pace and the way your heart rate goes. So it's best to learn to do it by feel for 80-20. And when you come to the fast parts, give it some welly. You kind of know when you're doing sort of 90% of your heart rate and the grey zone in between. But you get up there, have a quick glance at your watch, you see you're at whatever yours needs to be. Mine's like 170 to 175. And then try and hold it at that for the duration that you've chosen for your workout. So all in all, it's really quite a simple process. I've still got a bit to learn, I'm still reading about it. Like I said, I've read it once already, but I need to get down to fine tune it. So if you want to throw any advice at me about what I should be doing for 80-20, I'll take it as always. And I'll also bring to you what I found out on the way to be learning about it also. So see where 80-20 can get us. Right, as I come up to the last final stretch, I'll probably leave you to it now. I don't want to bore you with any more with the fast runs. So I'm going to give it some ready for this last one. 1 mile, sort of cool down to get home, or just 10-minute miles or whatever it turns out to be at easy intensity. And that's me done for the week, 30 miles done. I'll update you next week and see how we go. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Please hit the subscribe button below as I prepare for my next races, Brighton Marathon and Race to the King. And please tell me about yours. What have you got planned? What's yours lined up? Races for this year or next year? What are you doing? I'm interested to know. Please let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining me. Stevo runs.